Day 8.
92.
92. Day 942. That we are still working on this glorious C10. I made a great decision. Like it's a good one, right? The Malibu, like you just ran, and then you just drove it around. It was like boring because you just drove it around and enjoyed it. Who likes to do that? Back at the shop after our sweet, awesome trip at Square Body Rants with Chad. We got all of our stuff here. There's more stuff. We're sitting just outside of here. And we're getting started on getting this turd ready to accept the big block. So we got Jake, he's going to pull some stuff out of here, like the coolant jug, the, what is that thing called? The charcoal canister. We get these old hoses off here. Just trying to minimize the stuff that's in the engine bay, and then we're gonna power wash it, clean it up, put a little paint on it, because we got 3 days left of vacation. Try to get as much done as we can, and hopefully by the Christmas holidays we got it up and running again, so we can enjoy it, and then we can get back on Project Super 10. What is it?
Super 10.
Super 10.
Yeah.
Anyway, hang tight. Let's get it on. Thanks for watching, by the way. Go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, tag the bell, because you don't want to miss anything here, because, come on, it's a square body. Everybody loves square bodies. It's a hot commodity right now. And everybody loves S10s. And then eventually, it waits. It waits over there for its turn. Let's get it. All right. Jake got this stuff removed. Got the charcoal canister out. Found out that the inner fender's got a little rot spot where that washer bottle had been leaking for a while, so that's awesome. So the bolt just came right out of that, but got it sprayed down with some degreaser. So now we're gonna fire up the power washer. Fire the hook. Fire the hook. was ready to go. We were going to set the motor in here and test fit it, but we had a little bit of an issue, which caused us to have to halt the situation. Let me show you what we got going on here. So I bolted the plate on, and everything was hunky-dory. Started raising it up, heard a little look down here. I guess when I ran this in, I ran it down too far, and it cracked it all the way around. So I went to Greenville, and I picked up this little guy. RPM Edelbrock Performer Air Gap Intake. It's for the oval port, so it should work with peanut ports. And I mean, I'll clean it up. It's pretty dirty. I already started on the front here. Got a little more to do, but that's what it looked like. Finish cleaning it up here, and then we'll just toss it on there. Where I'm at now, there's not a plethora of parts at the O'Reilly's for big block guys, so you're kind of SOL. They did not have the intake gaskets that I needed. So we're gonna have to order those. They'll be here on Tuesday. In the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this intake off, set this one on there, bolt it down, and tomorrow we'll swing again at trying to set this in there and test fit and everything. And then once we get it test fitted, then we'll get the other transmission mated up to it, and hopefully, you know, next weekend we'll have it back in the truck. I don't know, but that's where we're at for now. We'll just see how it goes. You know, my luck, like if you're looking at luck on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being good and 1 being bad, it's like a -3 on this truck. It's not good, but either way, we're gonna keep on chugging along. Well, you know what? Let's talk about it. You're doing that, okay? So there's your wrench for this. Here's your wrench for these in the middle. Okay, now you got these loose. These in the middle, you're not gonna be able to get it. Ratchet on these, but remember, you have those Allen wrenches, right? The blue Allen, that's both colored Allen wrenches. Yeah. All right, stick it in here, find what size they are. Pull this out, and then get you a crescent wrench, or whichever wrench fits these. Pull this out, pull that out, and then this out. This will be a, let's get a crescent wrench or a half inch, I think. Okay.
Which one do you want me to pull
This one?
something up first?
Yeah. Pull this off. No, just pull it off before you unbolt the intake. It's easier to have leverage.
Okay.
It's easier.
Yeah. Wait, so, nope. Like, so I can do these, but then...
No. Pull
you want me to do those first? That's what I'm
that's
asking.
what I'm saying. Pull these first before you
Yeah.
get the intake loose so that you have leverage.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Yeah. So let's talk about cleaning aluminum, okay? I am no expert on cleaning aluminum, but what I do know is wire wheels are not the answer. I use this good old brake clean and, you know, a brass brush. A brass brush, yeah. And I soak it down, you know, a good bit. And then, just start working it. You know, because obviously aluminum is abrasive, and, you know, it's easily, like if you use a high-speed brush, especially steel, don't mind that, just more stuff falling on my shop, then it will actually start to polish it, and it'll put grooves in it, and it looks like crap. So, you know, just taking your time with it is the best thing to do. And it may not be perfect, but it'll look better than it did. Let's take a little bit more. You know, eventually one day I'd like to have a parts washer, but we don't have the space or money for that right now, so manual labor it is. But we'll check back in a minute and I'll show you the finished product. All right, so here's the finished product. It's not perfect, but like I said, it's pretty good. And you know, you have to come in here and kind of just give it a once over, and then bam. It's better than spending $538 for a new one. All right, so I decided to go another route because, you know, I don't want to crack this intake. I'll try the chain thing. So I picked this Chinese chain up at O'Reilly's, and they swear to me it'll lift it. I think it's questionable, but hey, everything I do is somewhat questionable, including my life decisions. So why would we do anything different now? Let's hoist it up. Let's set it in there, and let's just get our, you know, little gandy poo at, you know, what is or isn't going to fit, because I'm sure there's going to be something that doesn't fit, right? It's not going to be easy. It hasn't been this entire time. Why would it start now? Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's figure it out. Let's see what else I have to do.
Bam. It's in.
Now, you know, everything else, but it's the first step. We're going to pull this back out because I have new motor mounts for it. I just need to set the headers in there, make sure they're going to fit. We already know the valve cover is going to be a problem. But I need to set the headers in there, make sure they're going to fit. And then we're going to pull it back out, put it back on the stand. I'm going to change the fuel pump. I got a Holly fuel pump I want to put on it. And then we have complete accessory drive with serpentine belt set up, so we can put the AC back on it. So, but you know, let's see if the headers fit. Well, headers fit, both sides fit very well. I had to go with the shorty header because this truck set really low as it was, and now it's gonna have more weight in it. So I may end up having to swap to a bigger, better spring than what's in it. But for right now, I was like, well, let's just see what it does. So I'm gonna try to figure out a way to brace this thing, and we're gonna try to set the truck down. I have to have the truck in the air because it sits so low I can't get the engine hoist underneath it. So I'm gonna try to see if I can figure out a way to brace this thing so it doesn't just lean back, and then we can sit it on the ground and kind of get an idea. Because what we're gonna do is, like I said, this is a mock-up, so I wanna make sure the headers that I bought fit because they were expensive. And now I gotta have to figure out a valve cover thing. I may put little studs out and see if I can make it work. This was the same problem I had on Honcho. All valve covers suck when you got power booster brakes. When I changed to manual brakes, the valve cover wasn't so bad on Honcho. But this is staying power. I mean, if anything, I might change it to Hydro Boost later on, but I think power, it's always gonna have power brakes. So right now, we gotta make what we got work. So if those valve covers don't work, then I have another set of valve covers I wanna go get, but I've been blowing some Gita here lately, so gotta keep it on the budget. So let's see if I can figure out a way to brace this, and we'll set it down on the ground and we'll get a good look at it. Well, it's in, it's sitting there. I've got a jack underneath the back of it holding it up. The day kind of got away from me, had a few things to do around the house, getting ready for the, Christmas season, so I had to stop here for today, but I feel pretty good. Got a pretty good amount of stuff accomplished. At least we know that the headers are going to fit, they're going to work. I'm going to let the truck settle a bit and see if that affects anything, and then we'll end up putting the transmission in. Obviously, it's going to hold, there's probably another 200 or 300 pounds. Well, 200 pounds of the transmission and probably another 100 pounds to 150 pounds worth of, well, shoot, no, there's probably about another 300 or 400 pounds worth of stuff's got to go on this thing. So, we'll see how it goes, but so far, so good. Got to figure out this situation over here on the side with the valve cover, so I'll just put that one on there for now. I really don't like the way that looks. I know it's stupid, but I prefer a taller valve cover, especially on a big block. There's a lot of space for cool things like crackhead, flame, checker flag deals. So, not the prettiest thing I've ever done, but also a million times better. And by the time I get all the wiring cleaned up and get everything polished up and, finished off, it'll look pretty clean, especially for a driver. 'Cause that's what this thing's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a fun driver with a little step in her giddy up. Well, that's going to do it for this one. Vacation's over, so back to work for me. So we'll just be working on this when we have time. I'd like to try to have it running and driving before Christmas. Shouldn't be a problem, but it all depends on how much free time I get. Kids starting to play basketball and all kinds of stuff, so Saturdays are going to get shortened up. So it's just going to be, whenever I can get to it, I can get to it. But we got to get this thing done, get it back on the road, because I need to drive it. I need to use it for what it was intended for. This was not meant to be a project yet. Because we got to get this up and roaring, and this thing is just, a pain in my side. Anyway, thanks for watching. I really appreciate Chad and Heather from Square Body Stuff for having us out. I don't know if you saw the previous video or not. We went out to go visit them in Missouri. It was a great time. Got to hang out with Jacob at the Busted Grill Garage and his dad. And it was a great time. Really enjoyed it. Missouri is a beautiful place. Gave me a little bit of energy and rejuvenation to get my butt back here and get this thing in gear. Because we have put together, I say we, because it was an idea that was had on a toilet between me and Chad and Dave, that we should have a little good old-fashioned tailgate throwdown with one another somewhere in the near future. Well, that kind of fruitated into something else, and now we have kind of put together a race event or a gathering at a racetrack called the Tailgate Throwdown. It's going to be April 27th. It's going to be at Newport Dragway in Newport, Arkansas. It's going to be a great time. We've got 4 classes. We've got full-size street, stick shift, full-size, and mini street, and then outlaw. It's going to be a pretty cool deal. We're kind of keeping it low-key for the first one because, like I said, it was an incident that just kind of spawned out of control. And now we're having some event. We want to try to fill the track up with as many trucks as we can. But most importantly, we just want everybody to have a good time. So there'll be more on that to come in the future. I'll have some stuff we'll be working on for that, and I'll share with you along the way. So if you own a truck, you watch the channel, and you feel like making a trip to Arkansas, Newport Dragway, April 27th. It's on a Saturday. Times have not been set yet, but we'll figure that out probably here pretty soon. We're waiting to get through the holidays to get that all kind of locked down, and we'll just be putting information out there about that. It should be a good time. I think it'll be pretty cool. This was kind of cool, because there's a lot of really good people I've met over the last couple of years that have trucks, and some people that are going to throw trucks together, and we're going to go have ourselves a good old-fashioned throwdown. That's it for this one, though. I really appreciate you watching. Be sure to hit the like button if you haven't already. Share it with a friend, because sharing is caring, gosh darn it. And that's what you want to do. You want to care and share. Care and share. Just no Karens. I mean, Karen can watch. She's fine. But just don't give her my address. And then, always be scribing. If you're new here, thank you so much for watching. We appreciate you being here. And we hope we keep you entertained. See you next time.